Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today we have two short articles for you. The first one is Netflix bids farewell to famous red envelopes.
我们中文标题是串流龙头 Netflix 正式取消 DVD 的服务。
Netflix recently announced plans to shut down its DVD rental service in the fall of 2023. While the company is now best known for its online streaming platform and original content, the company was initially founded as a mail-based DVD rental service. Even though the company transitioned into streaming, it has continued to offer DVD rentals. In a blog post, Ted Sarandos, the co-CEO of Netflix, stated that the DVD market has continually shrunk over the years. This has made it increasingly difficult for the company to maintain its DVD rental service. As a result, the last of the company's famous red envelopes will be mailed out on September 29th.
All right. This is news to me because I thought that they quit renting actual DVDs like years ago. I had no idea it was still going on.
I didn't know they ever did.
That was their original business. Their original business was so cool. They were all like, yeah, your local rental store doesn't have a video? That's okay. We have the entire library of all of the movies that ever existed, and we'll mail them to your house, and then you just mail them back to us. And people would look at this, wait for this red envelope to come in their mail. And it's not the same thing as getting a red envelope in Taiwan, which means that you're going to have to spend a lot of money at a wedding. It was like, yay, we have movies tonight. That was the whole thing. That's why their whole, branding is red and stuff like an envelope. It's the same thing. And I thought when they switched over to doing online streaming that they shut down the DVD service, and I was wrong.
好，所以呢，这个地方其实 Netflix 一开始的时候，它做的其实 DVD 的服务，就是你如果在这个你家附近的 DVD 的店里面找不到你要看的电影的话，你可以跟着 Netflix 跟他订阅，因为他那里有非常完整的所有的 DVD 他都有，那他就会把这个你要 DVD 他就寄到你的这个住的地方，看完之后再寄回去。那这个在当时是一个非常便利的一个服务。那这个 Angela 老师有点意外，就是他以为说这 Netflix 后来开始做这个 online streaming 的时候，他这 DVD 就取消了啊。那现在才知道说其实他还是一直有在做。
Okay, so Netflix recently announced plans to shut down its DVD rental service in the fall of 2023. So this is a really good sentence pattern for you to very succinctly just sum up something that's happened. So Netflix recently announced, so recently they told everybody, they said, hey, everybody, we're going to do this thing. And what did they announce? Plans to do something, plans to shut down in this case, but you could say plans to create or plans to develop, whatever. Plans to do something is your next piece. And then the next piece after that is shut down. If you shut something down, you close it up, you stop doing it. Like if a storefront is shut down, it no longer will sell the thing. And so what did it shut down? It's something service. So they shut down this service. They're no longer offering this thing that they will do for you. And what kind of service did they shut down? A DVD rental service. So DVDs are movies that are on physical discs, and they would rent them to you. You would be able to borrow their disc for a fee and then send it back to them. You rented them, you didn't own them. And when did they do this? In the fall of 2023. Or when are they going to do this in this case?
好，所以呢，这 Netflix recently 他最近呢 announced plans to 他宣布了一些计划要做这件事情。那刚刚 Angela 是讲这个句子，其实各位可以把它背起来，因为这个是一个很好的一个模组哈。以后你要交代类似的事情的时候，你就这样写。所以他最近宣布的计划要干嘛呢？要 shut down， 就是关闭啊，要收起来他的DVD 的 rental service， 它租借服务 DVD 的租借服务，它最近宣布要把它关起来了。那什么时候会收起来呢？什么时候会停止这个服务呢？是在2023年的秋天。
While the company is now best known for its online streaming platform and original content, the company was initially founded as a mail-based DVD rental service. And Angela just explained what they did originally when the company was founded, but then they moved into online streaming And they made a lot of their own programs, so they used original content, their own storylines and their own productions, not others.
好，所以呢，这个 while 就是这个公司呢 is now best known for 就它现在最有名的，大家最知道它的就是它的 online streaming platform， 就它的线上的串流平台。这个 streaming 就是串流 platform 就是平台。还有呢，它以什么闻名？它以它的 original 原创的 content 就是内容闻名，它现在最有名的不是它 DVD 的服务啦啊，所以它这个地方就告诉你说，现在它最有名的是这个线上串流平台，还有它的原创内容。但是这家公司其实 was initially founded as initially 就是一开始，这家公司一开始其实它在创立的时候 as 它是一个怎么样？是个 mail based， 就是以邮寄方式。以邮寄为基础的 DVD 的 rental service 出租服务，所以我们刚才讲到，你跟他租 DVD 方式是他会邮寄给你，那你看完了再邮寄回去给他。
So even though the company transitioned into streaming, if you transition, it means you change from doing one thing or being one thing into doing or being something else. So the company changed over to being a streaming service.So even though it did that, it still has continued to offer DVD rentals. So it's been doing its original business this whole time.
Yeah, 所以虽然这家公司呢 transitioned to， 这 transition 就是改变，通常是改变位置或者改变不同的阶段，但在这里就是它进化，它把它的原来的业务把它改成了 streaming， 它已经进入了这 streaming 的服务了。尽管如此呢 ，it has continued， 它一直持续的 to offer 有提供这个 DVD rentals 这样的一个服务。
In a blog post, Ted Sarandos, the co-CEO of Netflix, stated that the DVD market has continually shrunk over the years, which is something I think we all know. A co-CEO will be equal in power or authority as a leader of Netflix. And he said, well, look, the DVD market has continually shrunk. It's gotten smaller and smaller.Fewer and fewer, so we've decided to stop losing money at it and stop it altogether.
You know, one major reason for that, though, is that laptops no longer have CD drives.
Yeah, that makes a big
When
difference.
laptops stopped having CD drives, people stopped being able to use DVDs easily. Who's going to purpose buy a DVD player just to run on your laptop? I mean, I did that for a while and then it broke. But I mean, like, if laptops continued to have the very useful CD drive, which I don't understand why they got rid of, then Netflix would still have its DVD business.
Yeah, 好，所以这个很有趣哈，就是这里讲到说这个，我们先看这个句子，他说在一个 blog post， 在他一个这个部落格的一个贴文里面呢 ，Netflix 他的 co-CEO， 他的共同执行长呢，他说这个 the DVD market 就是 DVD 的市场呢 has continually shrunk， 一直持续的萎缩 ，shrunk 就是萎缩 over the years 啊，这些年来一直持续的萎缩。那刚刚 Angela 是提到一个，我也是觉得是很重要的一个因素，就是笔电后来不知道从什么时候开始，它就不附这个DVD 的这个光碟机了，好，所以大家没有办法用笔电看 DVD 啊，慢慢就没有人看 DVD 了。那这个其实我也是觉得很奇怪，那 DVD 本来很好用的。
Also, iPads don't have DVD like drives or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I think it was a deliberate move that everyone would go into streaming, which you can subscribe to and then you make more money at, and etc.
哎，好，所以这个真的是蛮可疑的，所以这苹果的电脑也没有这个 DVD 的这个可以去看，所以好像他们改变大家的消费习惯或者收视的习惯，目的就是希望大家全部上网去使用这个串流的服务。
This has made it increasingly difficult for the company to maintain its DVD rental service, as I just mentioned a minute ago.
Yeah, this 就是说 DVD 的市场呢慢慢萎缩，不断的萎缩，所以这样的一个状况呢，使得这件事情变得 increasingly difficult， 越来越难。这个 making it increasingly difficult， 这个 it 就是后面要讲的这个东西，就是 for the company to maintain its DVD rental service， 所以让这件事情越来越难。什么事情呢？让这个公司能够 maintain 维持它的DVD 的租借服务这件事情越来越难，也就是它越来越难维持它的租借服务。
As a result, the last of the company's famous red envelopes will be mailed out on September 29th and then to be no more. If you mail something out, by the way, it means you send it out to people by mail.
好，就是寄出来。所以 as a result， 所以结果就是这个公司最后的一个 famous 很有名的，大家都知道它的这个红色的信封袋里面装了 DVD， 最后的一个这样的红色信封袋呢，将会在9月29号寄出去，所以 be mailed out 是用邮寄的方式寄出去。
Okay, what did you learn from this reading? First question, what services had Netflix provided prior to September 2023?
好，所以从这个文章里面我们先看看哈，这个在2023年9月之前，这 Netflix 他们有提供什么样的服务呢？
The answer is a mail-based DVD rental service, an online streaming platform, and original content.
好，所以他们提供的服务有邮寄式的 DVD 租借服务，还有网络串流平台，还有它的原创内容。
Okay, we have a second short article for you. It's a funny title. Juice heads to Jupiter.
那我们的中文标题是欧洲 Juice 探测器飞向木星。那 Juice 跟 Jupiter 正好有点押韵 yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read through the 2 paragraphs here for the content of our second short article. On Friday, April 14th, the European Space Agency successfully launched its JUICE spacecraft from the European spaceport in French Guiana. This starts an ambitious mission to study Jupiter and 3 of its largest moons, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto. All 3 moons are thought to have liquid water oceans beneath their icy surfaces. JUICE, which stands for Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, is not expected to reach Jupiter until 2031. On its journey, JUICE will swing past Earth 3 times and Venus once to build up speed to efficiently reach its destination. Once it arrives, the spacecraft will perform over 35 flybys of the 3 moons for clear observations. The main goal of the mission is to study whether any of the moons can accommodate habitable environments.
Okay, so on Friday, April 14th of this year, 2023, the European Space Agency successfully launched its JUICE spacecraft from the European spaceport in French Guiana. Again, this is one of those very perfect news introduction examples. Like if you want to write a news article, you have to say everything, all the facts in the very first sentence. And so here it is. On what date did it happen? Friday, April 14th. Who did the thing? The European Space Agency. An agency is an institution, an organization that does things. They have the agency to do it, so they're an agency. So this group, what did they do? They successfully launched their JUICE spacecraft. So the agency launched its spacecraft. To launch something is to throw it up in the air with huge power so that it can leave Earth. And what left Earth was a JUICE spacecraft. Now, JUICE is all in capital letters, and we'll find out in a second. That's the second time we've told you. We really are going to tell you what JUICE stands for, but not yet. And a spacecraft is a craft that goes into space. A craft is any kind of vehicle, generally a boat. And usually it means that something is sealed to keep something out, either water or, space. So a spacecraft is something that people can go to outer space in. And then where did they launch it from? The European spaceport. A spaceport is a port for space. A port in a city is a port for water. It's a place where you can take off in a specific vehicle. And in this case, the vehicle you're taking off in is a spacecraft. And where did they take off from? French Guiana, which, despite the name, which would lead you to think it's in Africa, is actually in South America.
OK, 好，所以我们看到他说在4月14日，那是礼拜五，那这个欧洲太空总署它 successfully 它很成功的 launched 它发射了它的 JUICE spacecraft. Spacecraft 就是一个太空船，它发射这个 JUICE 太空船。从哪里发射的呢？从这个欧洲的太空发射基地，这个 spaceport 就是一个太空发射基地。那这个它的欧洲的太空发射基地，其实它是用名字是 European， 但其实他说它这个在法属圭亚那。那法属圭亚那其实在南美洲，所以这个总之它就发射了这一个太空船。
This starts an ambitious mission to study Jupiter and 3 of its largest moons, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto. Ambitious means you want to do something that is great as well as you can and maybe become successful or famous because of it. I think all of the space powers are trying to do that. And Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. And it's so large, it has pulled in, we say, many moons, 4 of which are really, really big. A couple of them are larger than our own moon here. Earth has just 1 satellite or moon.
Just the one.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty busy up there pretty soon.
It's already pretty busy up there. You know, they're trying to institute time zones. We talked about this last month.
Right.
And they're trying to make sure that we're all on the same moon time so that we don't run into each other.
所以我们可以看到说，这样的发射这个事情呢 starts 它开始了一个 ambitious mission， 一个很有企图心的、具有雄心壮志的这样一个任务。这个任务是要 study 要研究 Jupiter 木星，还有要研究它的3个最大的 moons， 在这里其实指的是卫星。然后它底下，然后这3个卫星的中文名字，一个叫做木卫3，一个叫木卫2，一个叫木卫4。好，我觉得中文也蛮简单的，就是给你编号。好，这个1、2、3，所以木卫1，好，不知道跑哪里去了。那这3个都是很大的卫星。那刚刚这 Bruce 老师有讲说 Jupiter 它是好像是银河系最大的一个行星，所以它非常大。那因为它大，所以它会引力啊什么的，它就其实吸引了很多很多的所谓的卫星 moons， 它有很多。那这3个呢大概是最大的，所以他们就要研究木星，那研究这3个最大的卫星。
So all 3 moons are thought to have liquid water oceans beneath their icy surfaces because if you didn't know this,Those moons are all frozen solid. But we think that they have liquid water beneath their icy surface. So they're warm at heart.
Yeah. 所以呢，它所有这3个卫星呢，都 are thought to， 就是大家都认为他们有 liquid water oceans， 就是液态的海洋。可是它不是像地球一样，这液态海洋就在表面上，这个他们的液态海洋是 beneath， 是在什么底下呢？在他们的 icy surfaces， 在他们的冰层表面底下都有一个液态的海洋。
Okay, our next paragraph and the last. JUICE, which stands for Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, is not expected to reach Jupiter until 2031, 8 years from now.But,
you know, the time will pass anyways.
Yeah. 所以呢，这个地方讲到，他说这个 JUICE 它 which stands for 就它代表的，就这几个字母代表的是什么？叫做 which stands for 这个 Jupiter 就是木星 ，Icy 就是冰 ，Moons 我们在这里把它看成月，然后 Explorer 就是探测器，所以这个 JUICE 中文就是木星冰月探测器。那这个东西呢 is not expected to 就是大家预期它不会什么？不会到木星 until 一直要到2031年。换句话说，就是大家预测它一直要到2031年之前，它都不会抵达木星。这是英文的一种说法。中文的话，其实不会这样用反面来讲。中文就会说，它这个我们预期它会在2031年抵达木星。那2031年离现在还有大概8年的时间。那个跟 Angela 老师用的一个我们上一集的有讲到的，就是其实大家不要想说，哎呀，这个时间还有那么久，那反正这个时间是会过去的，而且大家会发现时间越过越快，所以马上就2031年可能很快就到了。
Yeah. On its journey, JUICE will swing past Earth 3 times, and it will swing past Venus once to build up speed.To efficiently reach its destination. Okay, if you swing past something or you swing by something, it means you go by them. So like, for instance, I'll be like, if I was on my way to Wesley's house, I might swing by Bruce's house first to pick him up so that we can both go to Wesley's house together and save some gas. So it means you come near somebody's house or somebody's anything. Now, why?Is JUICE going to go by Earth 3 times, and why is it going to go by Venus once? Like, aren't these the other way? Like, why don't we just go straight to Jupiter? The cool thing about this is just, it's pure physics. Like, have you ever seen a guy or any person, like if you swing a rock on a string and you swing it around several times and then let it go, you're building up kinetic energy.So they're building up kinetic energy so that when it finally does get released towards Jupiter, it will have the energy to get there. It saves fuel, and it's just a cool thing. They're using gravity wells to throw something faster. I love it. That's science. Okay.
Yeah, 好，所以呢， 这个 on its journey， 当它在这一个旅途上面呢，探测器呢，它会 swing past 就是顺道经过的意思。那这个字其实本来的就是有点荡过去那种感觉，就是因为 swing 有那种荡秋千也是用 swing， 所以就荡过去，然后顺道经过，所以它会顺道经过地球3次，然后呢会顺道经过金星 Venus 会1次。那目的是要 build up speed， 要累积速度，才能够 efficiently， 才能有效率的 reach its destination， 到达它的目的地。那刚刚 Angela 是有解释，就好像我们有的人大家看过那个甩石头的时候，你把那石头绑在绳子的末端，然后呢你先旋转几周，那这个时候这个就会产生加速度，它会累积它的速度，然后这个时候再把那个石头甩出去，那这个石头它可以飞得比较远，力量比较大。那蛮有趣的是，他们科学家居然想出来用这样的一个办法呢，让这个探测器能够先绕着地球，绕着金星，然后转一转，然后它可以 build up speed.
Once it arrives, the spacecraft will perform over 35 flybys of the 3 moons for clear observations. Once it arrives near Jupiter, it will immediately choose one of these 3 to study, and then go around another one, and a total of 35 times to photograph and do other measurements of these 3 moons.
好，所以它一到这个目的地到木星之后呢，这一个探测器就会 perform 会执行超过35次的 flybys， 就是逼近的飞行，就它可以飞行靠近这3个卫星。那目的是 for clear observations， 可以好好的看一看，观察一下这3个卫星。
So the main goal of this mission is to study whether any of the moons can accommodate habitable environments. Accommodate means make room for. Habitable means you can live in them. Who do we want to live on one of the moons of Jupiter? Why, people, of course. Can we live on this icy, very cold, much colder than the Arctic place? Would we want to? I don't know. Some people might. There's people who are crazy enough to live in Antarctica and like it. Sure.
好，所以呢，我们看到 the main goal of the mission， 这一次任务主要的目标或者目的呢 is to study， 所以各位可以把这学起来。The main goal of something is to， 所以他们是要研究一下 whether 是否 any of the moons 任何这3个卫星之中是不是有一个可以 accommodate 可以提供 habitable 适合居住的 environments 环境，所以就是换句话说，看看以后人类可不可能去那里居住。
So we have another question here for you. Number 2. Why is juice being sent to the 3 moons of Jupiter? It's because they're not watery enough and they need a drink.
好，问题是为什么 juice 会被送到木星的3个卫星呢？
The actual answer is to study whether any of its moon can accommodate habitable environments. Can we get people to live there?
好，答案是为了调查是不是有任何一个卫星它有可居住的环境。
At least 2 of those moons are believed to have more water than the Earth.
Wow.
And we've already got at least 2 planets worth of water here. So those guys are definitely watery.
That's it for today's lesson. Do join us again. We love being with you and hope you're learning and enjoying our program too. Until the next time.
Bye-bye.